President Obama announced, a few years back that he was planning to do a pivot, quote unquote, to China, meaning placing a larger proportion of the U.S.'s military resources into the Pacific and South China Sea and East China Sea near China. And, of course, there's been this effort in Japan to roll back Article 9 of the Japanese peacetime constitution that prohibits, the language prohibits the Japanese from developing a military, but they've been gnawing away at that for years. Now they would like to be able to deploy Japanese troops even if Japan is not invaded, which is what Prime Minister Abe is on. All of that is at the direction, in my opinion, of the United States and in coordination with the rest of their policy. You had yesterday Hua Chunying, who is a spokesperson for the foreign ministry in China, again telling the United States it has to be more discreet in its language and its actions around the South China Sea. And you have encounters with the United States sending surveillance aircraft and fighters over territory that China claims, like all these poking of their air defenses and such that's going on. And then in the media last week here, first you had a former CIA director, acting CIA director, whatever, Michael Morrell, saying to a CNN talking head that war with China is a real possibility. And then in Russian media was published an interview with George Soros, who said the same thing, and in some kind of veiled language suggested that China bind its currency to the Western model in order to avoid a war. All of this comes in the context of a realignment of the relationship between Russia and China that was prompted both by the aggressive move of the United States to reposition its military forces around China and its overt hostility towards Russia, the attempt to ban it from civil society, basically, and the war that has been begun by the United States on the south border of Russia and Ukraine. So it seems that there is a very aggressive posture being taken by the United States towards both Russia and China, and that this has caused, because there is now some serious military alliance being developed between the two, and even among the BRICS countries, which is announced in the Chinese media today. So I'm very concerned about where all of this heads. If you look at the underlying dynamics, China is power on the rise, as is Russia, and the United States and Western Europe, Japan, Australia, that construct is on the decline. It's bankrupt. It's consuming its workers. There's widespread poverty and growing among the working class, shrinking almost to the point of complete dissolution of the middle class, contradictions that can't allow it to fund itself with credit back into solvency. And usually when you have those two economic constructs, one rising and one falling, with one taking an aggressive posture, very often, as a matter of fact, both times that happened in the 20th century, there were world wars. So I'm concerned about it.